Hello, this is Larry with No Shame Ministries, and this is your mental health moment, and we are in lesson 9 in a series on change. And we've talked about trauma and how traumatic experience impact how we experience the present and what we expect from the future. And today I want to talk to you about grief and its role in change. And there's no better example than Psalm 88 in the Bible. It says, "O Lord, God of my salvation, I have cried out to you day and night before you. Let my prayer come before you. Incline your ear unto my cry. For my soul is full of trouble, and my life draws near to the grave. I am counted with those who go down to the pit. I am like a man who has no strength, adrift amongst the dead. Like the slain in the grave, whom you remember no more, and are cut off from your hand. You have laid me in the lowest pit in the darkness and in the depths. Your wrath lies heavy upon me, and you have afflicted me with all your waves. You have put away my acquaintances far from me. You have made me an abomination unto them. I am shut up, and I cannot get out. My eyes waste away because of my afflictions. Lord, I have called daily upon you. I have stretched out my hands to you. Will your works be remembered for the dead? Shall the dead rise and praise you? Shall your loving kindness be declared in the grave, or your faithfulness in the place of destruction? Shall your wonders be shown in the dark, and your righteousness in the land of the forgetfulness? Before you have I cried out, O Lord. In the morning my prayers come before you. Lord, why do you cast off my soul? Why do you hide your face from me? I have been afflicted and ready to die from my youth. I suffer your terrors, I am distraught. Your fierce wrath have gone over me, and your terrors have cut me off. They come all around me like the water. They engulf me like the seas altogether. Loved ones and friends you have put far from me, and all my acquaintances into darkness." So we have to ask ourselves, why did God allow this expression of grief to be in the Bible in this psalm? And first of all, we have to realize that it's a prophetic psalm. Very much expresses how Jesus felt while he was dying on the cross on our behalf. Hebrews 4:14 says we have a high priest who can empathize with our pain. So why do we grieve? First off, it's an expression of the truth of where we are and when we're experiencing pain. It is just being truthful to God. Expressing your pain and vulnerability is the ultimate form of worship to God. Think about the characters in the Bible. Moses, when he was overwhelmed by all the people in Israel, and he said, "God, why don't you just take my life from me? Why don't you just let me die?" And God comforted him. Think about Job when he was going through his trials, and how he would cry out unto God, and how he would express his grief to God. Think about Elijah after the great Mount Carmel experience, how when Jezebel was going to have him killed, how he went out to the desert and he expressed his grief to God, and he laid down and said, "God, just let me die here." What grief does is it frees us from the illusion of being in control, and it fixes our eyes on the one who is in control. So grief is part of the process of change. So let me share with you a couple ways that you can grieve, and movement is a great way to grieve. There's absolutely nothing wrong with going to the gym, lifting weights, getting out some frustration, doing some running, taking a punching bag, and just letting it out. All that grief just bared up within us is just not healthy for us. It has been said that you must name it to tame it. And some people are writers. They like to sing songs. Speak it out. Talk to God. Talk to a friend. But you got to get it out because you must name it to tame it. And finally, let me suggest to you a lament. And laments go basically like this. You address God, Holy Father. You state your complaint. God, this is my affliction. This is what's wrong. Make your request to Him. God, this is what I would have you to do for me, please. Then you state your motivation, why God should do it. My God, that your name would be glorified. And then we always end a lament with confidence, knowing that God, you are good and faithful to complete the work that you started within us. That you will be faithful because that's who you are. So if this video has been helpful to you, we ask that you please like, follow, share, add a comment to the post. And for more information on No Shame Ministries, or if you'd like to find a support group in the Omaha area, please visit our website at noshameministries.org. Grace and peace be with you.